Hi, I'm Tyler from 12th Floor Solutions, and I'm going to talk to you about 5 things you should know before building a Microsoft Power App. Number 1. What are the different types of Power Apps? There are 3 types of Power Apps: Canvas apps, model-driven apps, and portal apps. Canvas apps use connectors to access data and services. They start with a blank screen like an artist's canvas, and then the creator manually lays out each screen. They can also start from templates provided by Microsoft. Model-driven apps, on the other hand, start from data. They curate views and detail screens based on your backend data structures in the common data service. Because of this, they provide users with a more consistent look and feel with little effort from the app maker. Lastly, portal apps provide you with a way to create website portals for internal or external users. They have login capabilities as well as the ability to have users interact with the data from the common data service. Number 2. What you should and shouldn't build with Power Apps. If you are looking to build something with 10 or more screens and 2,000 or more items of data being displayed, then you should probably steer clear of Power Apps. If your application needs to contain many long, complicated forms or a lot of advanced functionality, then it's also a good idea to steer clear of Power Apps. What should be built with Power Apps is instead smaller, more specialized applications that are geared towards specific business processes. Some examples of these kinds of applications include expense trackers, vacation request apps, mileage loggers, and electronic forms. Number 3. Where is your data? The first data source to mention is the Common Data Service. It's built into the Power Platform, so it's easy to navigate through. You can see your entities in the Power Apps portal, as well as your option sets, and browse through them, as well as add new ones. Under the Connections tab, you will find all the different connectors that are used in your environment. Here you can create new connections so that you can connect to your other data services, such as SharePoint, OneDrive, SQL Server, and many more options. It's important to look over these options and make sure that there's one that suits your needs. It's also important to note that some of these connectors are premium and are only available with the Premium Power App subscription. Number 4. Taking advantage of Power Automate. Power Automate gives you the ability to extend your application's functionality. Triggers for these workflows are manual or automatic using one of the many connectors that they have. It's also very important to use Power Automate in order to take the load off of Power Apps for certain types of jobs. Creating Power Automate workflows is simple. From the Power Automate dashboard, click the Create button on the left side navigation. You can see you can start from templates, start from connector, or start from blank. There are many options here, so it's good to take a browse. We're going to create an automated workflow from blank, and we're going to name it 12th Floor Demo Flow. You can search for a trigger, or in our case, we're just going to use the When an Item is Created trigger. This means that any item created in the list we specify will automatically run this workflow. Once your trigger is set up, you can then begin to build your workflow by clicking New Step. This allows you to add an action to your workflow. The pop-up pane allows you to search for the action that you need. In this case, we search SharePoint. You can scroll through the actions below and see what is available for you. We are going to select Create Item. What this means is that whenever an item is created in the list we selected previously, a new item will be created in the list that we select now. After the action is added, we go ahead and put our details in for the site address, list name, and list item title. After completing the flow, we click Save, and now it is ready for action. You should pair Power Automate with Power Apps in order to do tasks that you can either manually trigger in Power Apps or automatically trigger through one of Power Automate's various connectors. Number 5. Licensing breakdown. There are 4 different Power Apps licenses. The first license is Power Apps and Power Automate for Microsoft 365. It is included in your Microsoft 365 subscription and is used to extend your business processes on top of Microsoft 365. The second license is Power Apps and Power Automate standalone plans or premium license. You can have unlimited Power Apps for $40 per user per month, or have a single Power App for $10 per user per app per month. It's used to facilitate extending larger full database applications with the full suite of Power Apps features. This unlocks the premium connectors for integration with enterprise systems, as well as the CDS, which is not available through the Power Apps license for Microsoft 365. The third license is the Community Plan. It is intended to help developers improve their Power Automate and Power Apps skills. It's made for individual use and includes the Common Data Service SDK. The fourth and final license is Power Apps and Power Automate for Dynamics 365. It is included with Dynamics 365 and is used to extend the business processes on top of Dynamics 365. As Power Apps is enhanced, so might the licensing options, so be sure to check with Microsoft for the latest licensing info. To conclude what we have covered, we have gone over the different types of Power Apps, what you should and shouldn't build with Power Apps, where your data will be coming from, how to leverage Power Automate, and a breakdown of the Power Apps licenses. I hope that these 5 things will help you before your first experience with Power Apps.